My name is Bob Merlin. I'm a collaborative family attorney. I represent people who are getting a divorce or possibly entering into a prenuptial agreement. And I keep them out of court. My goal is to be a peacemaker and to help couples function well together and not have animosity toward each other. The reason to have a prenuptial agreement is to avoid disputes in the future about certain things. You can, in a prenuptial agreement, avoid fighting if there's a divorce. So you agree in advance what's going to happen if you get divorced. Everybody hopes that they're never going to get divorced when they get married, but it's important to plan in case that happens. So instead of fighting in court and not knowing what's going to happen, you can go into your marriage knowing that if there's a divorce, you know exactly what's going to happen. You're also able to preserve assets. So under the law in most states, when you come into a marriage, that asset that you own is a non-marital asset, not necessarily subject to being divided if there is a divorce. But with a prenuptial agreement, you're able to protect that even more so that there are no disputes. You're able to talk about the assets that you have so that your spouse knows where you are financially, and talk about expectations. How are you going to live your life? Are you going to live a luxurious life? Are you going to be living a very modest life? When you're honest with each other, you have more of an understanding of where you are. And in the collaborative process, you wind up disclosing information with each other about what you own, what you owe as far as liabilities go, and what your income is. There are some people who are afraid to have a prenuptial agreement. They're concerned about the stress that it's going to cause, especially when you're close to a wedding. If you're going to have a prenuptial agreement, please enter into it well in advance of your wedding. Don't put the pressure on each other that you're planning for the wedding and the details of it, and it's a week of the wedding and you have to worry about a prenuptial agreement. So it can be a stressful situation. Some people may fear that if someone is asking them to sign a prenuptial agreement, that it means they're not going to get anything if there's a divorce or somebody dies while you're married. You can negotiate and make sure that you're going to have something, and it'll be good enough for you in case one of those contingencies happen. Entering into a prenuptial agreement, assuming you're using an attorney, and there's no legal requirement that you have an attorney, but you're much better off having an attorney prepare it for you. It will cost you some money, but it should save you much more than the cost of the attorney in the future in case there are any disputes. It really is an investment in your future so that you don't have to spend more money if something bad happens in the future. If you found this information useful, please leave a comment, contact me, and certainly share this with other people. And I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, and I'll talk to you later. I'm Bob Merlin. I'm a collaborative family attorney.